Ever found yourself wondering how a cool AI idea actually turns into a real-world application? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that whole builder's journey. We'll walk the exact path from just a concept all the way to a fully functional AI tool. Let's get into it. Most of us have had that what if moment with AI. But what really separates a cool idea from a working app? It's a process, a clear path that takes you from choosing the right tools to making them super smart for a specific job, and finally launching them responsibly. So let's walk that path together, step by step. Okay, first things first. Every builder needs a toolkit, right? But in the world of AI, this isn't a physical workshop with hammers and saws. Nope, it's a digital one, and it gives us access to these incredibly powerful models that are going to be the foundation for everything we build. So, our digital workshop is the Azure AI service. And this is such a crucial starting point because it gives developers secure, easy access to powerful, pre-trained AI models. You don't have to build them from scratch. This foundation is exactly what makes building AI so fast and possible today. Now, this workshop comes loaded with 3 core power tools. You've got GPT-4, which is an absolute master of language, perfect for anything from chatbots to helping you write emails. Then there's Codex, the coder, which can translate plain English into programming logic. And finally, DALL-E, the artist, creating amazing visuals just from text descriptions. Let's take a quick look at what each one can do. Okay, so with these tools in hand, the builder's first big choice is picking the right craft. We're going to see how each of these models for text, code, and images really shines in its own unique way. First up, the text tool, the GPT models. Honestly, this is a total game changer for communication. Just imagine building a chatbot that can solve, say, 80% of your customer issues instantly, or a tool that whips up 5 different marketing emails in seconds. It's like having a powerful co-writer on call 24/7. Next is the code tool, Codex. Now, this is pretty wild. This model actually understands programming logic. A developer can just describe a task in plain English, and boom, Codex generates the code. Now, this doesn't replace developers, not at all. It acts more like a super-powered assistant, automating the boring stuff and helping find bugs way faster than ever before. And finally, we have the image tool, DALL-E. Think about this. Instead of spending hours searching stock photo sites or hiring a photographer, a designer can just type what they need. A logo for a coffee shop, but make it minimalist, Art Deco style. In an instant, DALL-E spits out unique, custom options. It's completely transforming creative workflows. So these general-purpose tools are amazing right out of the box, but the real value, the secret sauce, often comes from specialization. The next step is to make your AI an expert in a specific field, and we do that through a process called fine-tuning. Fine-tuning is what transforms the AI from a generalist into a specialist. You do this by training the base model on your own custom, curated dataset. So imagine feeding a GPT model hundreds of your company's internal support documents. It doesn't just learn facts, it learns your specific lingo, your tone, and your unique ways of solving problems. And this comparison just shows the difference perfectly. The default model knows what an NDA is in general terms, sure. But look at the fine-tuned model. It's been trained on legal data, so it gives a definition that's way more precise and contextually aware. That is the power of specialization. And the process itself is actually pretty straightforward. First, you prepare your data. You collect and clean up all that expert knowledge you want the AI to learn. Then, step 2, you train the model on that data. And finally, you deploy it, making your new specialist AI ready for your app to use. So an AI model is only useful if people can actually get to it, right? The final stage of our builder's journey is deployment, getting your creation out of the workshop and into the real world. Now, how you deploy it depends entirely on what it's for. For a real-time service like a website chatbot, a cloud API is the way to go. It's always on, always accessible. But what about a device that might not always have internet, like a smart appliance? For that, the AI model needs to run locally. We call that IoT Edge. The builder just has to choose the right path for the job. But hey, building isn't just about making something that works. A responsible builder also follows a code of conduct. So let's look at the key things you have to consider before you sign off on any AI project. First up, a builder has to understand their materials. For these big language models, the basic unit of work is a token. You can think of it like the currency of AI. Every single request you send to the model and every response it gets back has a cost that's measured in these tokens. So to make that a little more concrete, a good rule of thumb for English is that about 1,000 tokens equals roughly 750 words. This is absolutely critical for developers to understand because it directly impacts both the cost of running the application and how fast it can respond. Managing tokens is basically managing your resources. I know, it's a familiar saying, but it has never been more relevant than it is right here. This level of power demands an equal level of responsibility. Building a reliable and safe application isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. And this responsibility really boils down to a few core principles. Fairness is all about making sure the AI performs reliably for everyone, avoiding weird biases or skewed results. Transparency means being upfront with users when they're interacting with an AI. And privacy, well, that's fundamental. You have to protect user data. These aren't just suggestions, they're the bedrock of trustworthy tech. And that's it. That's the builder's journey. From the digital workshop and its incredible tools, to the process of creating a specialist, and finally, the code of responsible building. The technology is here, and it's more accessible than it's ever been. So really, the only question left is, what will you build?